All right, I wanted to talk a little bit about planetary magic today, and specifically the planetary hours of the day and the planetary hours of the night. A couple of days ago I was reviewing this, Le Petit Albert, in which I came across these. Those of you who saw the review might remember. These are the tables that describe the different hours of the day and the different hours of the night, and to what planet each hour is attributed. Now, the very first time that I came across these was when I was reading this. This is the Clavis, or Key to the Magic of Solomon. This is Joseph Peterson's beautiful facsimile edition. And yeah, so this is the particular one for Wednesday, followed by various mercurial talismans to make under those particular auspices. So on a Wednesday at these particular times of the day. And this was really kind of an interesting concept for me, that different times of the day would be attributed to a different planet. You would think that all the hours of a Wednesday would be attributed to Mercury, and yet rather not. They're attributed to different planets. And it made me think about getting magic right, you know, and the obsession of some of the community with getting it right. And it's so important for some people and much, much less important for other people. Where am I going with this? Well, the point is that we really need to understand what we're doing with a lot of ceremonial magic, particularly planetary magic. The idea is really to get, during your ritual, as much of what is related to that particular planet as is possible. So if you're, say, making a ritual to Mercury, then performing that ritual on a Tuesday instead of on a Wednesday, which would be Mercury's day, performing it on a Tuesday, will that ruin the magic? And my experience is that no, it won't ruin the magic. The point of magic is to try and get as much of it right as is reasonable and as is possible. So if you're doing a ritual to Mercury on a Tuesday, what you could do is look up the Tuesday hours of the day and look up which ones associated to Mercury, and you can find that actually the fourth hour, this is the fourth magical hour, mind you. I'll talk about how to work out which magical hour corresponds to what traditional or artificial hour in a moment. But yeah, if you perform your ritual to Mercury on a Tuesday and you're doing it on the fourth hour, or maybe at the 11th hour, or during the night even, on the 6th hour of the night, then ultimately you are adding that mercurial aspect to your ritual anyway, and that's okay. And what happens if it's on a Tuesday and you can't wait until the correct hour? Well, adding something else that might be mercurial to your ritual will do the trick. If you've got an old mercury thermometer, add that maybe to your altar, or something orange, an orange tablecloth, or wear something orange or something like that. So this is at least what I've experienced, okay? Now, a lot of people say, no, if you get the hour of the day wrong, if you get the day wrong, and I even say that if you have nothing that's mercurial, but you are actually yourself conjuring up mercurial visualizations, feelings, concepts using mercurial words, then that's actually good enough, in my opinion. However, it's undeniable that getting it right, waiting for the right day, waiting for the right hour, adding those things to your altar that are related to the particular planet that you're trying to invoke, or at least evoke, it makes a huge difference to the way you experience the magic. There's no question. But there's a difference between being able to add more good stuff, the contrast of that, to then say, no, if you don't get it all right, then your magic is ruined, right? I work a day job, and so my daily planetary ritual isn't always at the correct time of day. Whenever I can make it at the correct time of day, I try to make sure that it is. But we have to make sure that our magic is sustainable. I think that it's actually much more important to do this kind of energy magic on a regular basis. If you don't do it just because you can't do it perfectly, then you just don't do it, then that's a much worse situation. I think that it's much better to just do it to the best of your ability and then see what you can do to make it as related to the planet that you're talking to as possible. I'm rambling, so let me continue. What are the correct hours of the day? Well, in traditional Western culture, the day is not divided into equal parts of 60 minutes, but rather the daytime is divided into 12 equal parts, that is from sunrise to sunset, which of course gets smaller as you get closer to the winter solstice. But between sunrise and sunset, that is always going to be 12 equal parts, which are going to be longer or shorter depending on the time of the year. And then in the nighttime also, the night is divided into 12 equal parts, starting at sunset and ending at sunrise. Now I've just described those in the wrong order because the nighttime actually comes before the daytime in traditional understanding. So your 24-hour day starts at sunset and it ends 24 hours later. Why does the day start at sunset rather than at midnight? It all comes from, you might recognize this, and the evening and the morning were the first day. When you look at the practices of traditional Jews today, they start their Saturday Sabbath at sunset on the Friday. And that's because the Saturday actually starts at sunset on what the majority of the Western world calls Friday evening. So this is Donald Tyson's 3 books of occult philosophy by Agrippa. When I say it's Donald Tyson's, I mean it's his edition. It's the one that he edited and annotated. And this is the book 2 and it's chapter 34. Agrippa only really wrote about it, but Donald Tyson has actually added some notes there with this very helpful little chart, which you can follow for the day and for the night. But I actually recommend saving yourself a world of pain, working it all out, finding out what time sun rises and sun sets and dividing that and then taking the third part or whatever, and just looking it up online. There are so many online resources that will actually calculate it depending on where you are. You can just give it the city where you currently are and it'll tell you which hour of the day is the correct planetary hour of the day. You can look them up in advance and so on and so forth. I've actually got an app on my phone which I can't show you because I'm using my phone to record this, which does the same thing. It's called Reaganium. I think that's correct. Not the most catchy name. I don't even know what it means in Latin. I haven't looked it up, but it's very, very helpful. And yeah, whenever I need to know the correct planetary hour of the day, I look it up on there. Now, let me just finish up by talking a little bit about the second principle of correspondence of the Kybalion. This is the second Hermetic principle: as above, so below, as below, so above. This is kind of the reason why this is an important concept, these planetary correspondences. Why would you want to know what time is the right lunar time or what day is the right solar day or whatever? The point is that you are, as a magician, trying to establish a connection between what is below and what is above. So you are performing physical rituals with everything that you can get your hands on that's related to a spiritual concept. And you are affecting what is in the spiritual realm in order, in turn, to affect what is on the physical realm. So that's the whole idea, is to try and get everything that is related to what is above, so that what you change down here can be interpreted and changed in the spiritual realm as well. And in turn, to ask for favors in the spiritual realm to then affect the material realm. So that's generally the whole point of magic. I'll make another video, I guess, about talismans. I think that's kind of an interesting concept, but maybe a little bit too much for just one video. Thanks ever so much, of course, for watching the video. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already. Those of you who have become members, thank you so much. It helps the channel so much. I can't express my gratitude enough. Those of you who are members already, please check out the members area of my channel. You'll see that there is now a Discord server where members are able to chat amongst themselves, and I'm there quite regularly, and you can talk to me directly, and yeah, we have generally quite a nice time. And that Discord server is available to all the tiers, whether you're a member subscribing at $2 or $10. It makes no difference. Thanks once again, and see you for next video. Take care. Bye.